Howdy y'all, welcome to the Dirt Road Grocery Store. We have here a Grayling Fletching Jig. I'm going to unpackage it for you and try to give you a close-up of the components and what's in it to help you make a decision on whether or not you want to get one. Because you're probably not going to be able to find one in your local store, and it's hard to buy things without at least getting a good look at them. So, it's packaged thusly. It says it's designed, machined, and assembled in the USA. That means some of the parts are foreign made. Probably the magnets. Magnets tend to come from China. A lot of people don't like to buy things from China, but some things come from there. So why would you buy them, or where could you buy them that they don't come from? It's kind of silly. A lot of that happens with archery tackle because Asians are very good with archery. Always have been, so. You want to buy a sports car from Italy or Germany, maybe you want to buy a bow from Korea. Instructions, these should be fairly self-explanatory. They look to be fairly detailed, although I'm just guessing you probably wouldn't need much in the way of instructions on a fletching jig. But there they are, and they do seem to tell you what's what. Okay. Made in USA. So, that may be the story. Maybe they just got the magnet from China. And probably the hardware. Okay. So does it stand up on its own? It does. Let's put the jig fletching clamp on. It's a pretty good magnet standing up on its own. Let's go grab a shaft real quick and see if it'll support that. It's got these notches for screws to mount it, but I know a lot of people, if you're comparing this, say, a Bitzenberger, which will stand up on its own, I'm going to go grab a fletching, and then we'll check that before we continue. A shaft. Okay, that's holding a gold tip 3555 500 spine. I think it's a 30-inch arrow with 100 grain. A 100 grain point, and I think the insert's like 30 pounds. So it's got about 180 grains up front, right? No, not 180 grains, 155 grains up front. And we've got molded pieces. That's solid stuff. Get them all out here and try to give you a close-up of everything. This is the offset jig, straight jig that can be made offset. I shoot recurves, kids have long bows. I'd like to have a long bow, but short on speed, and I don't want anything slowing it down, and I've never really noticed there to be a need for helical fletching. That's my theory, anyway. Well, why do you want the broadhead spinning when it impacts? That wastes energy. There's that magnet. Now, this is, standard. Got some graduations there for lining everything up. The springs to hold the magnet closed are, I think that's glass-filled nylon. Is that what they call it? Ow. Okay, they clamp pretty tight. What else would you like to know? Hardware. It's not the most impressive hardware I've ever seen, but how much force are you going to put on something that's made out of glass-filled nylon? Not a lot. Phillips screws. Something you'll find on inexpensive products. That's a good snap. There's the amount of play. So, you'll have to snap, there. Snap, stop. Okay, so that's not going to be a problem. Phillips head screw. Alright, well, without stretching this video out unnecessarily, I think that gives you a good idea about what you're getting yourself into. $30, and I don't intend to use glue. I'm going to use tape. I'm not really super concerned about holding it in place for a long period of time while the glue dries. Although, it looks like it worked for that. Okay, a few more close-ups here. How did we get to be over a 5-minute video? Hardly shown anything. So it's going to do 4 fletch and 3. I don't know what that does. Okay, so there you go. It'll stand up on its own. The components seem to be decent quality. Everything seems like it's going to work. I don't see anything flopping around. Mostly made in USA. And very nice. Well, thanks for joining us on the Dirt Road Grocery Store. I hope this helps you decide if you want to make your own arrows if you use archery tackle to shop in the Dirt Road Grocery Store. And we hope you join us next time.